Yeah, so in this webinar today, we are going to discuss how to exit a strategy after a few minutes. So for example, if you take an entry at say around 9:15 and if you want to exit the strategy automatically at 9, say 20 after 5 minutes, then how to do that? And also what is the specific formula that is to be used in order to make that condition true. So that is what we are going to see today. So let me just start off by sharing my screen. Let me just admit all the people who are trying to join. Okay. So I hope you are able to see my screen now. So right now I'll just name the strategy to exit the trade after X number of minutes. So let us just start off by saving this strategy. So I'll just go to the bottom of the strategy and create it. Always remember that whenever you make any changes to the strategy, you have to always save the strategy, or else if you make any changes and if the internet goes off or anything of that sort, then it might not get saved. So your effort will go in vain. So after this, someone is using the screen. Don't use the pointer or anything because it disturbs the screen. All right, yeah. Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yes, so probably, yeah, all right. So, okay. So let's just start off by creating a first set. So in this condition, right, we will just simply create a simple condition of entry time. So for example, if I want to enter at a particular period in time, for this example, we will just say enter the strategy at around say 8 p.m. in the afternoon. So I will just put the number. And whenever you're putting a number, you don't have to use any kind of semicolon or anything of that sort. You just have to put the entire number like this. All right, 1408. All right. So this is the entry time. And at the same time, in order to not take multiple trades and everything, I will also restrict the entry time. So how do you do that? So all you do is you just click on time less than equal to say number 1409. All right. So what this will do is this will only take entry between 1408 and 1409. So it will not take. Sometimes what happens is that if the number of quantities are and if the condition is true at multiple times during the day, then if you just put time is greater than 1408, then it will continuously keep on taking the order as long as the net quantity of that particular instrument is 0. All right. So that's the reason why we can, this is the way we can restrict the entry time whenever you want to trade in that specific time during the day. All right. And at the same time, we will put one more condition over here, that is the net quantity. So net quantity is one keyword that we request all the clients to be actually very well versed with, because this is used in most of the cases. Because anytime when you want to make a trade, you want to make sure that that particular trade is not active at that particular moment. If it is only not active, then only you would want to trade, right? So for example, if you have bought a future or bought a call option, and if it keeps on continuously buying the same call option, then that is what you don't want. But if the particular say call option has already exited, and if you want to re-enter, then only you will use you want to use the particular trading criteria. So that's the reason why we will use net quantity. Over here, what I will do is traded instrument name, net quantity of traded instrument name, and in this we will select certain parameters. So net quantity of entry instrument, underlying will be say Nifty Bank, if I want to trade in Nifty Bank. And set number 1, leg condition number 1 and leg number 1. All right. So is equal to number 0. So only when there is no open position, that is the net quantity of the first leg that we are going to trade is 0, only then this particular trade will take place, or else it will not take trade. All right. So this is our entry criteria. Now, along with this entry criteria, we have to create a position that we want to trade in, right? So for example, if I want to say just I want to sell a call option on an intraday basis, then what I will do is I will select in exchange, I will select NFO. Here I will select call option. Underlying will be Nifty Bank. This will be, if you want to take a positional trade, you will select NRML. If you want to take trade intraday, then you will select MIS. So in this case, we will select MIS. Let the strike be ATM based on futures, and let us trade in current week option. And since we are trading in FNO, we will always select a lots over here. So that is better, because if you want to trade in stocks, then you can select quantity as 25 stocks or 30 stocks, etc. But if it's FNO, then it's better to select lots because it's normally in lots. So here I will select lots as 1 and I will add it. So now this is the entry condition that is done. I will just again save the strategy immediately. So at every step of the way, when you save the strategy, right, if anything goes wrong, this formula will not go. So you don't have to put the effort again and again. Now, in order to exit the strategy, as we discussed, if I want to simply exit the strategy after 5 minutes, then we will put a very simple formula over here. So for example, let me just add a few more sets. So you should understand one thing over here is that if you have only one set, right, then you will see that there is no set exit available. There is directly universal exit, because in a strategy there will be just one set, then there will be only directly universal exit. But if you add extra sets like 2 or 3 sets, you can add n number of sets. So in that case, what will happen is you will get the set exit also once you add an extra set. So set number 2, this will be the set number 1 entry, and this will be set number 1 exit. This will be set number 2 entry, and this will be set number 2 exit. All right. So you get individual, and there will be a universal exit for the entire strategy at the bottom. All right. So in this case, for the set exit, in order to exit the strategy, this leg after 5 minutes, right, of entry. So we will put this formula over here. So time NSE is greater than equal to traded instrument. Here we will select time. Whatever is the entry time of the traded instrument Nifty Bank, 1, 1, 1 of the first leg, whatever is the entry time, plus the number of minutes after which you want to exit the particular trade. So I will just put number as say 5 minutes. All right. So as you can see, what we have, the condition is basically that the time is greater than entry time, traded instrument entry time, that is around 1408. That was our entry time plus 5 minutes. So this is the exit condition of the first leg. All right. So similarly, over here now, one important thing to note over here is that this formula of exit will work only when the entry condition and the exit condition is within the 60 minutes time. So for example, if we have now here we are trading at 1408 and we want to exit after 5 minutes, so that will be 14:13. That is 2 p.m. and 13 minutes, right? So it will work in this case. So this exit formula will work in that case. But if we had chosen the time as 14:57, all right, then after that, if we select 5 minutes, so that will be 3:02, but that will not be within the boundaries of 60 minutes. So it will have exited at 3 p.m. itself. It will not exit after 5 minutes, but just after 3 minutes, because there is a certain specific formula that needs to be used that we are going to discuss in this webinar right now. All right. So if you go to Q&A.Tradetron.tech, so there is a blog we have written for this particular formula. That is what we are going to discuss today. So once you go to Q&A.Tradetron.tech, over here, you will see that once you put how to exit after say 5 minutes. So there is a blog that is written, and over here there is a simple formula and image that is given. So this is what we will try to create today. All right. So for example, in this case, the formula goes like this, that we have to use entry time percent is less than 55. So X will be the number of the delay in minutes that we want. So I'll just open an Excel file in order to explain you better. So over here, let X is equal to the minutes, it be the minutes after which you want to exit. So in this case, let it be say 5 minutes, right? All right. And also the 60 minus X. So in this case, 60 minus X will be essentially will be 60 minutes is basically because every hour there is of 60 minutes, right? So that's the reason why we are choosing 60, because that is the formula that we have to construct. So in this case, it will be 60 minus X. That is the number of minutes that we want to exit after would be 5. That will be 55 minutes. All right. So that is the reason why if you see over here, the number that is chosen, that is 60 minus X, is 55. All right. Now this is particular X number is equal to 5 is basically the 5 minutes that we want to exit after. That will be X. And then again, this is again 60 minus X. And at the bottom, as you can see, this will be 100 minus 60 minus X. So how to write, calculate this in Excel, I will show you. So that will be 100 minus in brackets 60 minus X. All right. So that will be basically, if I have to calculate over here, is equal to 100 minus in brackets 60 minus 5 minutes, right? So that will be basically 45. So that is the reason why over here, if you see in this box, the number is 45 minutes. All right. So we will try to construct this right now in another set. And also I will show you practically, like I've already created this strategy as a virtual trading, and I've put this formula. So you will see how the trades actually happen and how it actually exits after a certain period of time. All right. So let us create another set for this kind of a condition. So what I will do is I will again go to edit strategy. Let me just simply save this. So I will copy this over here and again save it. So it will give me the option to paste also. So anytime you want to copy a set and copy paste an entire set, then what you can do is you can just use this copy paste function. So you have to copy first, then save the strategy, and then you'll get the paste function. So I will just paste the same formula over here and I will make the modifications. So for example, now since we discussed that this will work within the boundaries of 60 minutes, right? So if I have to take a trade, say at around 9:57 in the morning, so I will put say 9:57 as my entry time, and within that 1 minute. So that is 9:57 and 9:50 and 9, suppose. All right. So this will be my entry, but in this case, the traded instrument name will be set number 2, because this is the set number 2. So this is the entry condition, and what we will do is in this case we will buy the ATM call option. All right. So I will just simply put buy NFO call option of Nifty Bank on an intraday basis, ATM current week, and lots is equal to 1. So we are buying entry, a call option entry, and we will exit this with that particular formula. All right. So we will create this formula over here. So what I will do is I will just open this, and I will first of all create 2 groups. All right. So as shown over here, like in main OR operator, we have 2 groups in AND. So that is what we will do over here. So we will create 2 separate formulas under this. So that will be AND, and the main operator will be in OR. So over here, we will put that formula like entry time Nifty Bank modulus number 100 is less than number 55. That is what we calculated, right? So similarly, as it is calculated over here, entry time percent modulus 100 is less than 55. And then time is greater than entry time instrument is Nifty Bank plus the number of minutes after which we want to exit the trade. So that will be number 5. All right. And in this another group that we have, we will create the second, the bottom part of the formula over here. So what we will do is entry time. I will just simply select from here now, entry time, copy paste. So this is how easy it is. So you can copy the entire formula from another condition set and also copy paste that. And also you can copy this particular particular blocks also. So it will be very easy for you to just simply just copy paste this. So I will just paste over here, copy and paste over here. Similarly, I will just put entry percent 100. And in this case, what we want is greater than equal to number 60 minus x, right? So that will be 55. So that is what we see over here. That 60 minus x is basically 55. All right. And at the same time, since we have this particular formula, what we'll do is time is greater than equal to entry time plus this will be 100 minus 60 minus x. That is what we calculated over here. That will be basically 45 minutes. All right. So that will be number 45. All right. So this is how we create that particular condition. Now I will show you after I will just save this strategy and I will show you what has actually happened in one of the deployed strategies with the same formula. So let me just take you to now.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, I will take questions only at the end. Yes, there will be a recording provided and we will be uploading the recording at the end of the webinar.
It indicates the time is exit condition.
Over here, this is basically entry time. The time is current time plus entry time plus number 5, right? So this is basically for the first part. For the second part, we have to calculate this. So this is the formula that we need to use. So if your entry is at say 9:57, all right, then if you want to exit after 5 minutes, then it's beyond the threshold of 60 minutes, right? So this is the formula that we have to construct, where we say that entry time, this is basically this one. That 60 minus x is basically 60 minus x. X is basically the number of minutes after which you want to exit. So if it's 5 minutes, then x will be 60 minus x will be 55. This number will be basically x, that is 5 minutes. This will be 60 minus x, which is again 55. And this will be 100 minus 60 minus x. That will be basically 45. All right. So I will just show you practically how this has worked. So that will be much more clear for you. So what I will do is I'll go to deployed page.
Exit condition work indicator time same is it?
Indicator time is it? No, I did not understand, sir. Indicator time means. So let me just show you. I think it will be more clear once I show you an example. So for example, if you let me just edit this particular strategy that I've created with the formulas that are there. All right. So I've created this strategy already for practical trading purposes, right? So for example, over here, what we have done is at 1408, 1409, I want to basically sell this ATM call option. All right. And I will exit this call option in one set after 5 minutes. So this is the formula that we have used, right? So we will see what has happened today. This is the ATM call option that was sold at 1408. That was 8 p.m., right? So as you can see, this was the ATM call option 33,700 that was sold at so-and-so price. And as you can see, after 5 minutes, that's 13 p.m., that is after 5 minutes, this is the exit criteria, that after entry time, after 5 minutes, I want to exit. So it has exited automatically after 2:30 at 2:13 p.m. That is basically 5 minutes. All right. So this is the first trade. Now we will see in the second set what we have put is, this is also similar to that, where we have taken entry at around say 14:57, and if you use the same formula. So yeah, so see, for example, the reason why I was saying that we have to use this particular construction is that this will not work in this case. So over here, if you see, this was entered at 14:57 and we want to exit after 5 minutes, but this formula will not work properly in this case. So why? We will see that over here. So as you can see over here, yeah, see, so at 2:57 p.m., right, this strategy has entered in the ATM call option. All right, 2:57 p.m. is our entry time. But if you see the exit of this strategy, it has happened at 3 p.m. All right, because it is not calculating properly when it is not within the 60-minute threshold, that is from 2 to 3 p.m. right? So if the entry was at 2:08, then it will exit properly at after 5 minutes. But since this is after this is at 14:57, and if you add 5 minutes, it goes beyond the threshold of 60 minutes. So that is the reason why we use this particular formula setup. All right. So if you see in the third set, what we have done is we have used that particular setup. So in edit strategy, if I go in set number 3 over here, we have added that particular same trade that, you know, at 9:57 we want to take this trade, but in this case we have used this particular construction that it should ideally take trade at so and so time 9:57 and this formula setup. So now what it does is, if you see over here, and what we are trading over here is ATM call option again.
So how to use custom code, sir?
Custom coding, sir, you will have to basically send a mail to support@Tradetron.tech, and then based on your requirement, our team will create the strategy for you. So that's how custom coding works. So yeah, so if you see over here the formula, this is the formula setup that we have used, right? So if you can see the trade now over here, if you see what happens is, if you want to exit after 5 minutes, then it has taken the trade properly at 9:57 and exited the trade properly at 10:02. That is after 5 minutes. But if you see over here, since in the initial formula, we have not used the formula, this particular formula setup, that's the reason why this strategy exited within 3 minutes, which is not correct. So that is the reason why this is the formula setup that we have to use. Now, at the same time, I will show you another example that is in set number 5. So if I want to exit after say 30 minutes. So for example, if I've traded in at 11:57, all right, and if I want to exit after say 30 minutes. So if you see set number 5, then in this case, instead of using the 5 minutes, we have used the construction for 30 minutes. So the calculation goes like this in this case. So what I will do is I will just copy the same thing over here, and the same formula we will use. So for example, X is the number of minutes after which we want to exit. So in this case, earlier it was 5 minutes. Now we want to exit after say 30 minutes. So 60 minus X will be basically 60 minus the X value figure, that is 30, that will be 30. And in this case, 100 minus 60 minus X is equal to will be 100 minus 60 minus X, that is basically this value. All right. So this will be basically 70. So that is the reason why, if you see over here, this is the formula that we have used, that this is the X value, 60 minus X value, that is 30. This is, wait one second. This is the one. Yeah. So this is 60 minus X, that is 30. This is also X value, that is 30 minutes after which we want to exit. And 60 minus 100 minus 60 minus X will be basically this one, 70. That is what we calculated over here. All right. So this is how we can calculate this particular formula and see what happens in this case. So in this case, what we have done is, based on this particular entry, we are buying a future over here. So this is basically Nifty Bank future, right, at 11:57 a.m. So as you can see over here, it has taken this trade at 11:57 a.m. All right, in this particular future, and after 30 minutes, that is properly after at 12:27, after 30 minutes from this particular entry, it has automatically exited the trade. So as you can see, this is how we create this particular setup, and you will be able to exit the strategy based on your requirement, based on your custom requirement of X number of minutes after which you want to exit the trade. So yeah, so that is what we particularly wanted to discuss. If you have any more doubts, you can actually connect with us on on Tradetron chat support over here. We are available from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. in the night. On chat support, you can also call us from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on this contact number. This is a call center number. There is a possibility that the call might not always get answered because there is a high flow of call and chat. So there might be some delay, but we will get your queries answered. And also you can raise a support ticket. So anytime you have any queries, you can just raise a ticket over here with your detailed questions, and we will get back to you within 24 hours. So this is basically how to create a strategy. At the same time, we have a couple of resources also. So if you go to this particular Tradetron YouTube channel, right? Over here, if you want to create any particular strategy, we have created like this particular webinar that we are having right now. We have created different strategies. So based on the client requirements, whichever can be coded, we have created different strategies of say 50 minutes, 40 minutes webinars, and we have explained how to create that particular strategy. So you can just simply search in this search box over here. For example, if I want to say straddle, if I want to create a strategy related to straddle, you will find a different strategy combinations of how to create a straddle are available in this particular webinar. At the same time, if you want to create an indicator basis, something like super trend. So I will just select super trend. Then automatically you will see that different strategies that were created based on super trend are also available over here. So you can watch these videos if you're just joining Tradetron, and you will be able to create your own strategies from here. And if you get stuck somewhere, then we will always be available on call support or chat support and email support. All right. So that is how it works. Now let me just take a few questions that you may have. Yeah, so we have training. So this is basically every Friday we have this kind of a webinar, and you can watch this strategy creation webinars also. So once you watch it for a few videos, right, you will automatically get a hang of how to create strategy on Tradetron. And yes, we also have training sessions. Like if you want to basically go into advanced trading, then you can go for TT University courses. So for example, I will just go to the bottom. So you will find TT Tradetron University. So as you can see, we have started taking courses. So these are courses that are on weekends. And if you want to learn advanced coding on Tradetron, right? So you can do that by signing up over here. You can basically sign up, create a strategy. Just go through this for some time. You will get to know how to create a strategy and everything. So for example, how to create advanced strategies, then how to in English. This is all available in English as well as Hindi also. So if you want to enroll for a particular course, you can check this page out. So you will be able to understand how to create the strategy and advanced level strategies on Tradetron also. All right, so that also option is available. If you want to create if you want your strategy to be entirely created by Tradetron, then there is a chargeable service for that. You can send the mail with your requirement of the strategy, and then we will be able to create the strategy for you also. So requirement, there is no particular requirement to enroll. You can just log in over here and then sign up, and then you can create your own simple strategies. You can watch the videos and you can follow the process. So you can just, this is a particular free course that new to Tradetron. So you can understand the steps of how to create the strategy and everything. And then after that, you can win a 15 rupees and 1500 rupees coupon also once you created this particular course successfully. And then after that, you can go for advanced strategy courses as well. All right, so you can just go through this page at the bottom of Tradetron, right? So you will find this on the TT University page at the bottom. So you can go through that over there. Entry time. So yeah, so in case of this thing, strike price and keyword which entry time. So entry time strike, there is no particular keyword as such, but you can find a particular strike based on say spot value and this thing also. So yeah, so for next week expiry, I will just show you. So if you just select next week expiry, right? So in Q&A.Tradetron.tech, we have created different columns. So if I put next week expiry, you will find that there is a blog over here. So I have to select. So this is for condition checks that, you know, whenever you select next week expiry as number 1 in the condition expiry formula over here like this, then it will select the next week expiry. But if you want it under position builder, then let me just show you. There is another block for that. Expiry related keywords. So see over here, right? So today is equal to current week expiry. This is the keyword. And if you want to use next week expiry, then you can use current week expiry number 1. So for example, I will just show you over here in this case. Let me just put one dummy formula. So today is equal to NSE is equal to current week expiry Nifty bank. It will be n plus 1 will be, this will be the next expiry. So 0 is the current expiry and 1 will be the next expiry. So this is how you select the next expiry. But at the same time, wait 1 second. Over here also I will show you. So this is the current month, right? So you can use Strike FX formula over here if you want to select the next week expiry, right? So you can say go to expiry. You can select current week expiry as the keyword, and over here you will select the instrument again. So suppose any stock, and then if you want to select the expiry as next week, then you select it as 1. All right. So in this case, if I want to select next week of Bank Nifty expiry, then this will be Nifty Bank, and 1. 0 will be, if I select 0, this will be current week expiry, right? So if I want next week expiry, it will be number 1. If next to next week expiry, it will be number 2, so on and so forth. So that is how it works. All right. How to select OTM 200 points. So yeah, so for that there is a blog that we have over here, like OTM, ITM. How to select strike based on spot and this thing. So if you go over here, so I will just show you. So you can, once you watch this blog, right, you will understand. I'll just show you once for an example. So see, for example, if you want to go one strike OTM, right? So this is the Atm Strike Formula for spot, and plus 100, that is 100 strike, one strike ATM out OTM. This basically 100 points for Nifty Bank, right? So that is how you plus number 100 will be one strike OTM. For one strike in the money, it will be minus 100. So that is how you can create the formula for in the money and OTM. So if you want 200 points out of the money, then it will be plus number 200 that way. Okay. So at the same time, if you want it based on this thing, so this is basically based on spot, right? On spot index. If you want it to be based on futures index, then this is the formula that you have to use. So for example, to select 5 strikes OTM, right? Then you have to select ATM as the keyword, your underlying index, and you can select 5 strikes of OTM. This is based on future, but all right, this is based on futures index. If you want it on spot index, then this is the formula that you have to use. So you can go through this both blogs and understand how to do that. So yeah, we are how to restrict the number of trades. So yeah, so then for that also we have created number of trades. So this is a very common query. So you have positions detail keyword. All right. So if you want to create or take entry only once or twice in a particular instrument or in a particular trade or a particular set also, that you can do. So you can go through this blog, that is positions detail keyword. We have put multiple types of examples and multiple videos also. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 7, 8 videos we have put with different multiple examples of how to use positions detail keyword to restrict the number of trades as per your requirement. So we recommend that you go through this particular blog that is created and watch this video. So you'll automatically, and once you get the concept of how to use this particular keyword, then you will be able to automatically restrict your trades. All right. So yeah, so spot Nifty. So this is what we discussed already. How to exit after 2 hours of entry time. So that will be the same this thing, right? 2 hours of entry time. Okay. This may need custom coding because this is not within the limit of this thing. So we have not tried that. So maybe you can just try and add say maybe 120 minutes in the same formula that is there that we use for this particular construction. All right. Or else you can just get in touch with us on support. We will try to test it out and help you out in this case. How to use RSS? This will require custom coding mostly. So you will have to, as per your requirement, you will have to write to support@Tradetron.tech, and our quant team will check into it and will help you out. Can we backtest in free subscription? No, sir. So backtest is allowed only in paid plans, and that too only in retail and higher plans. So 1200 plans and everything. I want to restrict odd number strikes. Like yeah, so there is a way to do that, right? So for example, So you can use the round formula when you use, right? So along with that, so for example, this, where is it? Open spot strike, right? Spot index. Right. Select best on strike. So in this case, when you put say select this particular round number, right? In this formula, round number 100. So for example, if you are using Nifty 50, if you want to round it to 50, that is 15,050, then you will select round LTP instrument name Nifty 50, and this number instead of 100 will be 50. But if you round it to 100, it will only take the strikes of 100, like 15,500, 15,600, 15,700, like that. All right. So you can use this round function according to that you want to basically select the particular trade. I hope this is clear. Not able to see runtime data during execution. So you will have to write to support, sir. It will be strategy specific, and you will be able to basically we will be able to check the logs and accordingly help you out. So yeah, we are done for today. This is particular. We are done with the time. So I hope this was useful. How to enter BitBNS? So BitBNS trades we have. So BitBNS works only on 5 minutes as of now. So 5 minutes candles are only available on Tradetron. So just make sure that your trades, the strategy that you have created is only on 5 minutes for crypto. And also on YouTube, right? How to deploy a BitBNS strategy. We have just simply created one small short video last week of how to wait 1 second. I'll just show you. So this is the wait 1 second. Where is it gone? So yeah, so see BitBNS strategy deployment. So you just watch this demo video once of how to deploy a strategy in BitBNS. So that way you will be able to understand. But make sure that your time frame is handled. Can we backtest unlimited time? If I take, so in 1200 plan, right, you will get 10 backtests. So per month. So every month in 1200 plan, it will be 10 backtests that you get. So you can backtest 10 strategies in the month. And you can also buy extra backtests also by writing to support. So there are certain charges for extra backtests during the month. So you can buy the extra backtests also. All right. I hope this was useful to everyone. Thank you, everyone. We will see. Yeah, what function is the model? That is basically the percentage, right? That is what we discussed. You can watch once we upload this video, you can watch this again. So you will understand how to use that particular formula. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We will connect next week again, next Friday. Thank you. Yeah, bye.